What do you say more?
You can speak until... Yeah, I have it rehearsed, so don't worry.
Lovely. The same old line.
Never changes.
One doesn't. It will never, ever.
Wait for the one viewer.
You'll never change, Jack. Oh, I've got a server internal error. Oh, sugar.
Oh God.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Not
Oh,
that,
wait.
You
Leon.
can't share on PSN chats anymore.
No. Well, no, you can now. You can now.
Alright, shut up, Jack. I've got my rehearsed entrance to do now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to PSGL FP. Today is round number 6 here in Britain. Brought to you by myself, Leon, and the 7-time second in the championship, currently F1 driver, Big C. Say hello.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Good to be back.
Before qualifying gets underway, we've got just more than 5 minutes. We've got 3 people here who are interested in doing some pre-race interviews. So, who should we start with?
Can I just interrupt real quick? I wasn't interested.
How
You dragged
dare
me
you.
into this.
How dare you?
Yeah, well, thank you for that contribution. We'll start with Freddie Wilson, considering how quiet and respectful he's been, Leon. So yeah, let's start with Freddie.
Freddie, I don't have the standings up, so I don't really know. My first question is, are you actually racing tonight?
Yes, I'm already in the lobby for the stadium.
I still haven't got an invite. What do you expect from this race, since you are in the Mercedes, possibly the best car on this track?
Hoping for, I just want to finish really. In Monaco it was difficult. I've had a couple of tough races. I've started well. I'm just hoping to maybe at least finish, but maybe get a point or two. I've had some decent laps in time trial, so hopefully get a good chance for a point or two.
Not too bad. Connie, you got any questions for me?
Yeah, Freddie, obviously, we've seen you get on. This is your first time in PSGL, but it's fair to say, you've been involved in quite a few incidents. Perhaps your racecraft could be a bit better. How do you reflect on that so far?
Yeah, well, there's always room for improvement. Obviously in Spain, I can't remember who it was, but then someone slipped into me, which obviously I didn't do, so I know that wasn't my fault. Monaco is just Monaco, it's just difficult. But yeah, it's always room for improvement, so it's the first season, so I'll just take every race that comes and try and improve.
Lovely, thank you, Freddie. Do you want to join the lobby, Leon? Or you?
Yeah, I was just waiting till Freddie stopped speaking, because otherwise it would have cut his voice off. Right. Who's next? I think we'll go with Jack. Because
Jack Tyler. You've been banned due to your bad behaviour, but you're back. But it's fair to say, Jack, it's been very disappointing. 0 points. DNF after DNF, a failed title charge in F5. It's not looking good for you recently, is it?
I mean, thanks for mentioning. No, it's not. But, it's a magic. Like the FA Cup in football, anything can happen. So.
Yeah, but you say anything can happen, but is it? There's no doubting your quality on the track, but off track, Jack. You seem to swear and you get too aggressive after races. Are you going to be behaving for future races now after what happened with your PSN ban?
Well, whenever I'm about to swear, I either censor it or just get rid of it. So I'm mature. I say mature. I'm mature.
Lovely, Leon.
My question for you is kind of the same as Freddie's. What do you expect from this race, since you are in the Renault, which is actually a pretty decent track, pretty decent car on this track, sorry.
Well, yeah, but if I'm correct, I think the Renault struggled in real life, but obviously real life is completely different to this game. But I'm hoping for maybe a top 7, top 8. Not looking for podium. If I get a podium, then I will be absolutely gobsmacked because, I'm rusty. I've just come back from basically a week and 3-day ban. So, yeah. I'm absolutely rusted, so I do not expect anything from this race.
Okay. Someone is currently probably outside from what it sounds like, but we'll ignore that. Moving on to the final person for the interviews, Ash Best, the rudest person currently in the party. Also my teammate, who's doing very poor in F1. Since you are actually quite high up in FP, to be fair, you are sitting yourself in 5th in the championship. Since it is Britain and it is one of your better tracks, in my knowledge, what are you going to aim for since you're on the McLaren?
Well, you see, even though Toro Rosso and Honda are supposed to have the worst engine, it seems like Cody's have decided McLaren should continue the trend of having the worst straight line speed. And here we are now, me sitting in a McLaren with the worst straight line speed. So, I mean, really, I'm just hoping my defending like goes well, and that whatever downforce this car has pulls me through to like a points finish. But yeah, I'm just gonna try and stay out of the incidents and do something good, really.
Okay, Connie, got any questions for him?
Yeah, Ash, obviously there's been a lot of rumours around your future after you were unable to take part in Monaco. Are you considering leaving the F1 League for F2 or perhaps retiring from, equal car racing?
Definitely not retiring, but F2, if I still continue to do badly, yeah, that's definitely a possibility. You can't deny that. So, but yeah, if I continue to not find any form in F1, then I will definitely be moving down. But if something like a Leon sparks up, like last season, all of a sudden I find pace and I can consistently score points again, then yeah, I will be staying, considering if Big C you will let me. But yeah, it's just a matter of time really to wait and see.
Yeah, well, I think that's...
Leon Spectrator.
Oh.
That'll do for the interview. So thank you, Freddie, Ash, and Jack Tyler. And best of luck for the race. The British Grand Prix, obviously the home Grand Prix, but many, probably nearly every driver in the lobby, well, more or less, except from Ash, Iran, and Abby are done.
And AMK.
So, yeah. Oh yeah, AMK, but Northern Ireland's sort of the same. So, yeah, AMK.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck.
Jack Tyler. No problem.
Jack Tyler finishing the points.
So there we have it, the interviews, and yeah, I'll be back in 1 minute.
What a useless commentator. He just seems to leave. Like 1 minute before. So, the British GP, as Connor said, is the home track for most of the grid, except for a small handful. Connor will go through the constructors, team, and driver standings once he does get back. But for now, we'll just have to hang back and wait. But I believe we are getting underway for qualifying. Teams isn't updated. AMS, that is disappointing to say the least. To be honest, I'm not that good as an admin either. But a Bugatti to win. Bold statement, but he might win. I don't know if even if you are in the lobby, or you are. You might win. Don't even know what car you're in, but you may win. Don't know when Connor can get back. Hopefully it will be soon. Oh, there he is.
What's up?
Since the team standings haven't been updated, can you please go through the drivers at least?
Yeah, it's Jolion, a man who missed a Tuesday night leading the way, but unfortunately he's absent. He's at Old Trafford watching the game against Paris Saint-Germain. So Jolion who leads with 46 points, Liquor Block from 37. Abiodun, 35. 24 for MK, 23 Ashbest, Tom AJ, 21, then Iran on 19, with Throne Race from Mr. Grumpy rounding up top 10, AMS 11th on 14, then the rest all with a low score. But interesting, let's look at the non-scorers, JP Greenwood and Jack Tyler. out of the full-time drivers. So very disappointing, but you know, the British Grand Prix, the home Grand Prix for many drivers to perhaps get their seasons back on track.
Yeah, one person who'll be looking to do that is Jack Tyler, because he's just a bottle job. So, much like me last season.
Yesterday.
Partially. But I said partially, partly.
Indeed. So who's getting out there on track? Obviously the soft tyres will be the ones everyone will be on. Easy, soft to medium strategy.
A few people on hards.
Old-fashioned quali session.
Yeah, this is the only track where the hards, the blue set of hards, or the wet-looking hards, are used. And the first driver on the track, I believe, is AMK. No, it's not. It's AMS. No, he's been dive bombed by Aaron.
Aaron's out on the hards.
Yeah, there's currently a battle going on at the moment.
Yeah, but that's what you want. But you know, when Aaron's on a hard tyre, you know, you got to get him warmed up quickly.
Yeah, Aaron's going for the move from the outside.
On the out lap. Oh, let's keep on board.
There's a battle between AMS and Aaron.
Through Luffield, can Aaron get the move? No, AMS has the high ground on the run down. This the old start finish straight. Aaron not using any airs, but
he's got slipstream. Oh, they're cool. Oh no.
AMS. Interestingly, AMS is on the mediums.
Aaron and AMS in Spain, not the greatest of moments to say the least involving AMS. Wasn't very happy, but I think they've settled it.
Definitely. I'm trying to get a good circuit map for.
I have one, I think. Well, has no corner names. It just it has no corner numbers. Just has corner names. Well, mainly.
Yeah.
But if you want to go on board with AMS, was he's the first one.
Yeah, AMS in the sour fry on a set of medium tyres, the mid-range compounders flat out. DRS wide open on the run down to turn one, easily flat out. But AMS would have a slightly in these 28 performance cars, so you know, struggling for grip on a set of medium tyres. Leon, so you can take over.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, medium tyres. It won't take as long as the hards to warm up, but still will take a while as he comes down. I don't know the straight name because it doesn't say. Coming up to Brooklands as he's finished up the first sector, doing a 27.7 as he comes through Luffield. Quite a difficult right-hander. Easy to lose the back end, surprisingly on the exit. I've done that plenty of times as he now comes through Woodcut. Kind of a flat-out right-hander. Leading down into Cops, usually a flat-out right-hander, but maybe, yep, definitely for AMS, he does have to lift off as it comes up now through the most notorious section of the track, Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, the left-right, left, or left-right, wait, left-right, left, okay, never mind. He's done that as he comes now down the hanger straight up to Stowe. Doesn't look like he's invalidated it. He's doing it quite nice. He comes through Stowe. Quite a fast right-hander. Doesn't track extend on the outside, which is what a few people can do. As he now comes up through Vale and now Club and come around the final corner. What will it be on the mediums? The first lap will be a 28.9.
Yeah, slow and steady for AMS. Like in Monaco, a very slow pace as Aaron slots into P2. AMK, the 28 on the soft tyres. Not too great from AMK, but you know, it is the first on the session, and the times will ramp up very quickly.
Yeah, anyone else close to...
Best next. 28.3 for the Lithuanian superstar. So yeah, 10 ahead of AMK there for Ash Best in the McLaren Renault.
There's quite a few yellow flags. Hopefully there's no crashes, but well, actually it's quite entertaining. But anyway, Lickle. Did he get? Was he the person who got the 5+ grid penalty?
Yep, for colliding with his best friend Bugatti.
Oh, I didn't see it. I think I was on board with the Aaron AMS battle. So yeah, Lickle in a really poor Williams will be starting further down the grid as Jay has improved.
Yeah, Jay Tex with a great out there, 28.03 tenths ahead of Ash Best. So yeah, the F2 driver 3 tenths ahead of the F1 driver as Jack Tyler on a set of mediums struggling. but it was just an outlap, I believe, for JT. So
Shock. Oh, he's lost it! Oh! Oh, he lost it and went off at turn 1.
Yeah, he did. Abbey corner into farm. Perhaps he's running 9 ballast. Too greedy as Mr. Grumpy. This man has insulted more times than I've had hot dinners, I think. Mr. Grumpy attacking Maggots Beckett's, very aggressively. He has a nice style, but you've got to have some aggression with the wheel. And Mr. Grumpy in a 14 could be one to watch.
Yeah, he's up by half a tenth for whatever his invalidated lap time was. He has got a car ahead of him. That is Lickle.
So yeah, Mr. Grumpy through Stowe. You don't want to run wide that easy to run wide and get rid of it. There's more yellow flags, but Lickle blocks. Probably isn't like a little bit of DRS here, if it does exist on this game. But yeah, Mr. Grumpy in the Force India Mercedes. Can he take pole position? And it's P4 for Mr. Grumpy. His home crowd goes wild. Mr. Grumpy, P4 on a 28.4.
Now, I don't know if J Chitex is English, but yeah, the crowd will be cheering for more than half the grid, since more than half the grid is British.
Yeah, that is true, but not everyone cheers for Paul di Resta. Jay Chitex is the Paul di Resta, but Mr. Grumpy, the Jensen Button type. So I think a lot of fans for Mr. Grumpy, he's been to Silverstone many times. They know Mr. Grumpy. They just know what he's capable of, as there's more yellow flags. There's yellow flags constantly for some bizarre reason.
Anyone else close to finishing a lap? I shouldn't have been looking at Jack Tyler.
Doesn't look like it.
No. Oh, Lickle is actually. That's that mediums as he's coming through Maggots and Beckett's.
In this boat of a car, so it's going to be very different with Lickle blocks. One of the stunning FP laps ever in Monaco, taking pole in this Williams somehow. As JT says, glitch setup for him, I think.
His excuses are already coming out. Wow.
JT. Yeah, I think Lickle box runs slightly wide at Stone Corner, but easy going to do a challenge into the pits. So nothing too much going on as Aaron is still out on the hard compound tyre.
Bugatti's coming around Club, or Vale and Club, sorry. I don't know if this is a very competitive lap. It's not from what it looks like. This could be slowest of them all. No, it's 9th. He's quickest of the mediums though. No, he's not. AMS is.
Yeah, what was AMS time at 28.9? So that's expected. The Sauber is a very competitive car. I was about a couple of cents quicker in the Sauber compared to Toro, so in my independent car test just beforehand. And yet, that's very unfortunate, but that's what happens when you're friends with the Moss and Green Gaming Ali Mondar. So you can see Mark with us again, as usual, here at the home of British Motorsport. So yeah, no one waiting on a lap.
Abiodun is, I believe, in the other. Well, he's in the other Williams, but he is on a lap. Probably will do better than Lickle.
Yeah, well, he is on the set of soft tyres, according to my screen. He's on 27.5 in the opening part of the lap. JT exited at 25.5 as well. 27.5 to clarify. So yeah, Abiodun on course to challenge for pole position. But yeah, this middle sector is where the Williams' deficiencies will be there for all to see, as you've done slightly wide at Cops Corner as well.
Yeah, it'll be especially worse for Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, as we've gone board with him here to show how understeery it is, as he struggles to get a really good run there through Beckett's. Chapel seems to be alright. There's more yellow flags. I wonder where that's coming from. Down the straight though, that's where he will have more power, but now Stowe again, another demanding corner for the Williams. It's looking like a fairly clean lap though, so I'm saying he could possibly be maybe around Frome's time, but don't know.
Yeah, you lost half a second to Shay in the middle part of that. The Williams are struggling for downforce and well, yeah, Abiodun, the F1 star, goes P3 the great last sector. So very impressive there from Abby, the German, on British soil.
Yeah, he could do a Sebastian Vettel from technically now last season and spoil the British crowd. As Abiodun spins, almost.
Yeah, I think Fraggle Paul will be next up in the Scarlet Red Ferrari. Can Fraggle Paul do? Very experienced as Fraggle in a very strong car. I think Fraggle could be one to watch here if he finally gets it together. I've not seen Fraggle put together a good FP race in many a year, but I think this is going to put him on pole position in front of his home crowd, and he does with that 27.6 in the Ferrari. Fraggle Paul on pole here at Silverstone.
Yeah, and at least now the number one is fitting, at least for this qualifying session, as AMS goes third. 1 second.
Yeah, so AMS. So Ash Best is next up on a lap in the McLaren Renault, currently P4, but no, he's invalidated his lap time. So yeah, Ash Best done and dusted, unfortunately, for the Lithuanian superstar. As AMK, who scored his first point in the F1 League, goes P3 in the Sauber. So yeah, a decent up there, to be fair, from AMK. So one more run to come from those guys. AMS pushing hard with a great first set from AMS of 27.3 from AMS. The Sauber producing some straight on lap times in that middle first sector, but the middle sector is where he is struggling. A bit of a late upshift there from AMS as well, as he comes down on into Cop's corner, as there's more yellow flags. AMS lifts off but keeps it together. Very smooth is AMS. Very assured, experienced man is AMS. The reigning F3 champion supports Maggots and Beckett's. This sequence of corners obviously arguably the best on the F1 calendar as a whole. Perhaps a bit too easy in these cars nowadays, but you know, sort of a breathtaking challenge, especially on a wheel. So yeah, AMS, DRS wide up in gear 8, into gear 6, into slow corner, down into gear 5. Easy to run wide, invalidate your lap time, or perhaps gain an advantage as Freddie Wilson goes P2. So yeah, AMS. I did a 27.6 in the Sauber just beforehand, so AMS surely will be looking around that benchmark. And he does, at 27.8 for AMS, and it's P2 for him. So yeah, very good up there from AMS. There. Flying Foam also improving. Dano goes P10.
Sorry about that.
On a 28.7. So yeah, good up there from AMS, and Dano goes P10 on the mediums.
Is my mic okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Next up, Tom AJ in the Torosso. P11 only for Tom AJ as Ash Best. No, not Ash Best. Sorry, Jack Tyler goes 6th. That was a change.
AMS has at some point gone second, because obviously I was gone for about a minute or so.
That's what I did say when you came back.
Shush.
Jack
Oh,
Tyler's
someone's off.
It's Jack
Oh,
Tyler
Aaron.
getting out of the way.
It's Aaron.
Oh, it's Aaron as well.
He spun out of going into World Cup.
Yeah. Bit of an amateur mistake from Aaron. He has won the British Grand Prix a couple of times, but it's not a track where Aaron has really thrived over the years. You know, comprehensively defeated by the likes of Remco and myself over the years in F1. And obviously tangled with Mr. Grumpy, his teammate in F4 in season 20. So, you know, not good memories really in recent years for Aaron around this kind of, you know, these hard tyres. They can set up the grip.
Yeah, especially not for qualifying. I wouldn't recommend using them, but I think he'll pit now and switch. Anyone else close to finishing a lap? Warren Egger's actually gone 7th.
Yeah, he has indeed. Bugatti's quite... No, Bugatti does pit. I think everyone will be pitting just to get that last set of boots on. Ash Bass is on an out lap. On a set of medium tyres. Interesting.
I don't know if anyone is on a lap. I'm just going through everyone. No, no one is.
No, so yeah, Jay Shitex around the final hole will be signing up, but I'm not sure who you want to go on board with. Warren Haig, no.
I think everyone's going to pit. Actually, Jay, I think, was starting a lap. Jay has started a lap, so whilst everyone's pitting,
No,
Jay's in clean air.
He's obviously cut turn 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Well, no,
Jay
it could be a
Shitex
visual glitch.
No, it's definitely not. As I know, Abby O'Dunn is the one to watch. Abby O'Dunn, 27.4 in the first part of the lap. He's going to be one to watch. German on British soil. Can he spoil the party? As he runs slightly wide there, but Abby O'Dunn could be one to watch here. If he finds just a couple of attempts, you know, he's up to P6 or so. So small margins, but you know, a lot to be gained.
Yeah. How far is he behind now? 7 attempts. I think it's possible for him to get pole, or provisional pole at least. I think someone may snatch it off him.
Yeah, I mean, in this Williams is going to take a mighty effort. He runs slightly wide there, but Abby O'Dunn is pushing hard. Claire Williams and Frank Williams look on in the Williams, and he's currently 3/10 up on his PB. So yeah, Abby O'Dunn looking to challenge the likes of Jay and AMK for 4th and 5th. Pole's definitely not on the offering for Abby O'Dunn, but certainly he can challenge the likes of 4th, 5th and 6th here at Silverstone.
Possibly a podium if something does happen to one of the top group, as he goes 6th.
Yeah, so a decent up there from Abiodun in the Williams. You know, there's not much there in the tank, but a lot of drivers on that laps looking through. I don't see anyone on a lap.
Abiodun actually set the exact same lap time as AMK.
Yeah, top margin Fraggle Paul begins another lap. Everyone else seems to be at laps. Or the bombs. Maybe. No, the bomb looks like he's backed out. So, looking through very quickly, it looks to be Fraggle Paul, the only one out on a flying lap.
As he does run wide through turn, I believe that's 3. Just comes down the straight. We'll see if he's up on his time. I don't think he will be. He did run slightly wide through the first sector. I have no clue.
Identical set to 1 for Fraggle Paul, so did make a little bit of a mistake, but we know Fraggle Paul taking some interesting lines, but you know he's going to get a good run out here and use all that Ferrari juice from the engine, all that electrical energy from the power unit. Fraggle Paul on the run down to Cops Corner in the scarlet red Ferrari. Can he take it flat out? No, he lifts off slightly, but stays in gear 8, runs slightly wide, but Fraggle Paul pushing hard, and you know he's delivering a great lap here so far.
Yeah, I think he'll improve unless he invalidates through here. He's taking it very quick and nice. Going nowhere near the curb, slightly touches the grass, but that isn't really going to harm him that much. I don't know if he's up or not. He still isn't telling me.
He is. He's 2/10 of a second up in the middle sector. Fraggle Paul through Stowe corner, easily gear 6. Don't want to run too wide and about like lap or even shake, but yeah, Fraggle Paul looks assured. He looks at experience here at Silverstone on the run down into the final couple of corners. Club corner, easy to make up, easy to lose traction, but yeah, Fraggle Paul taking the correct lines. He's taking the experience line, and it's going to be pole for Fraggle Paul. Of course it is. It's a 27.3 for Fraggle Paul, easily done, and I think that won't be beaten, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's even going to get close to it, to be honest, as Abiodun's already given up. AMS, yeah, everyone's on the laps now, so whoever's next to cross the line will try and find out. I think it could be Lickle, I'm not too sure, but Lickle is currently coming through Chapel. Oh! No, he's not. He's coming through Chapel backwards.
Yeah, the bomb in P15 in the Haas will be the next stop to improve on the soft tyres. What can the bomb do? And it's only P13 for the bomb.
Anyone else?
Aaron, I think could be one to watch.
AMS is coming through Club. What can he do? Can he try and get near Fraggle's time? No, he doesn't improve.
Yeah, forget AMS, it's going to be Aaron now. Aaron in, he set 2 very strong sector times. He can challenge for the top 5 here. Can Aaron F1? He's not qualified well recently in FP, but what can Aaron do in the Haas Ferrari? Can he put it on pole? It's P4 for the 3-time F1 champion. So yeah, decent out there from Aaron.
Yeah, actually a very good lap. Haas, not the best around this track. Don't think many people are actually going to get near even Aaron's time. AMS is actually on another one. Frome has, I believe, given up.
Yeah, Jack Tolo's messed up again, so he's done and dusted. AMK could be one to watch. I'm not sure if anyone else is out there improving. Yeah, AMK is improving slightly, but not going to challenge Fraggle Paul.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else is going to. Mr. Grumpy is finishing in the middle sector. Jack Tyler only improved by 3 thousandths. AMK is coming through Club now. We'll see what he can do. Can he get anywhere near AMS's time? He goes 6th. 1/10 behind.
Not too shabby.
Mr. Grumpy has retired. Ash is still on a lap. So Ash, Bugatti's coming around Club. What can he do in the Toro Rosso Honda? Can he get anywhere near? No, only 14th.
Yeah, Ash Best is, I think, the next up. Maybe a Sabre as well. Is that AMS?
It's AMS.
AMS.
AMS, what does he do? He goes 2nd.
Ash Best, 8th, only 8th in the McLaren attempt of Jay.
Jacob Tex.
Jay's next.
2nd.
Oh, what a lap.
Wow.
What a lap. Jay Tex, 27.4 in a McLaren. 7/10 clear of Ash Best. What a lap.
Shows how underperforming Ash Best at the moment is. In a way, but that is still a very good lap from Jay, as Aaron's the last one. So we'll go on board with him. Actually, a pretty good qualifying from Aaron.
Yeah, very good at qualifying. But he doesn't return to the pit lane, which is very interesting.
Oh, he's just going really slow. Oh, now he retires.
Yeah. No, he retires. So Aaron obviously wants to retire on track lap, but like the name is circulate. But what a lap there! I think Jay, the star qualifying for sure. In a McLaren, you know, it's not the best of cars, and he's an F2 driver on a pad, but you know, destroying his teammate in the same car at best.
Yeah, so he's probably the star performance of qualifying, as you said. The most disappointing qualifying, would probably have to go to, even though Lickle isn't a Williams, he'll be starting from the back of the grid.
Yeah, but he had a grid penalty anyway, so it's pointless qualifying.
It's true.
Like, look at what Abudin did. So I don't think there was much more in there, but you know, yeah, Jay definitely the start of qualifying there. Very strong.
The person who is starting in the worst position on the track, calmer enough, is Jack Tyler. He's starting in 10th on the soft tyre, which is probably the worst place to start, in my opinion.
As there's been a bit of a disagreement between Ashbest and Jay Chitex about some disagreement over the outlap. Jay was pushing hard on the outlap and Ash didn't want to surrender track position, so interesting conflict there. But you know, Ashbest 7/10 behind a driver in the same car in a lower tier than him. So yeah, very disappointing for at a track where you know you expect him to go well. Tyre temperature's not an issue.
Yeah, so this is quite a one of the only calm tracks for tyre temperatures. Pretty much every other track that's been in the championship so far has been pretty annoying, like a nuisance for tyre temperatures. Monaco especially. The ones coming up aren't too nice either. So yeah, this is probably Ash's best chance of getting some form of points, but being 6 or 7 tenths behind person in the same car and not in the same tier as him is yeah, quite disappointing.
I concur with those thoughts. So yeah, guys in the chat, predictions. Who's going to win? Top three. Top three. It's going to be very difficult to predict, but I think it's going to be Jay, AMS, and Aaron, the top three.
I think Fraggle will win. Jay will come second, and A&K will come third.
Fair enough. So interesting enough. Tyre selections, obviously, very important as always. As it's mediums for Warren Haig, Tom, Bugatti, the Bomb, Dano, and Juho Finn opting for the hards, the blue walled hard tyre, a very rock hard tyre. So Juho Finn obviously interesting as Mr. Grumpy and Bugatti come to blows on the formation lap.
It's not the first time Bugatti's come to blows with someone already at Britain, so that's Tom, AJ and Sutty also. I need to go back on board with Fraggle as he is the leader at the moment. What the wrong is, we're even thinking of doing a 2-stop is idiotic without a safety car. Yeah, 2-stop round this track is idiotic, to be honest, as Mark or Game Element said.
Longest pit lane time on the countdown. It's been the case since F1 2011, to be honest. You always want to do as least stops as possible. So yeah, Mr. Complete very unhappy, calling Bugatti an idiot, or idiots, plural in the chat. So yeah, Mr. Complete not so impressed with the drive on that one. Or lap 0 really.
It's only a formation lap, but you know, can still get heated. Maybe as we are getting ready.
Yeah, so I was going to go through the predictions in the chat quickly. Dre Bray going for AMS win from second. QPR Base going for an Aaron win. Coronal League Racing going for a Fraggle Paul win. So, and Lewis Prague going for Jay, Aaron, Throne top 3. So, yeah, lots of people predicting Jay, Aaron, and Throne to be right with their AMS as well. But no one really going for Fraggle Paul, to be honest. Only one person going for Fraggle Paul. But, you know, he's got the car and he's got the experience, Leon, to win this British Grand Prix.
As we're getting ready, there's a Renault that's quite far behind. If you can have a look at the middle to the back of the grid, please. As we are getting ready for the British Grand Prix, Connor has died. But we have got 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights. And so away we go, and Fraggle's not had a very good start. Jay's had an amazing start off the line. He's already got into the lead, going down into turn 1 now. Jay is already ahead, followed up by Fraggle. Seems to be a clean start from the front lot. AMS was side by side with Fro, but seems to be now on the back of AMS. Seems to be pretty clean so far. Connor can't seem to speak at the moment, so I can't really ask about the middle to the back of the grid. But yeah, Aaron already up into 4th, Fabian already up into 5th. Mr. Grumpy, something's happened to Mr. Grumpy. He's in the gravel trap somewhere. We've lost him, he's at turn 3. Frome's dropped to 8th.
Yeah, disaster. Oh.
What's happened?
What bit of
Ashbest and Frome are going side by side. They're still going side by side, I think, though. Frome is just pulled out just ahead. And you've lagged out, or something. Have you got another remote? Oh, he's completely gone again. Well, Connor has died. He's had one of his internet moments again, and Connor's gone. So I guess I'm on my own for a little while. As Freddie goes slightly wide, goes onto the grass, and A&K slots himself into P6 quite comfortably. Is Freddie also going to go back down the inside at Stone? No, Frome almost hits the back of him. But yeah, it seems to be a fairly clean start, except for Mr. Grumpy. Let's have problems. And there's from Freddie Wilson. Ashbest and Warren Haig. Warren Haig on them set of mediums, trying to get himself up the grid. Jack Tyler taking in an unorthodox line through Club. But yeah, everything seems to be quite calm, unless we... Okay, no, timing screens are broken, because the gap between them two is not a 10th. As from Freddie Wilson going side by side. Who's going to come out on top of these two? I've got a really poor camera angle. And it is Freddie Wilson. Froze will try and get it back down the end of this straight, leading into sector 2. He's got the toe into Brooklands. I believe it's Brooklands anyway. Down the inside, seems to be pretty nicely done. Warren Haig, so what's happened to Warren Haig? Warren Haig's off with no wing. But as we carry on, Frome, still on the back of Freddie Wilson, is going to cut to the inside now as they have just come through Woodcut. Now coming up to not Stowe, Cops, so these keep side by side. They are going to keep side by side. The commitment between these two is astonishing as it goes side by side still through Maggots, Beckers and Chapel. Freddie pulls out ahead around the outside of Maggots. And he has got the move. Jack Tyler is pressurising nice best, but there's Bugatti pressurising Jack Tyler. We send it down the inside of Stowe. Oh, the slight contact between the pair of them. That could have ended badly there, but seems to be pretty clean. Bugatti, is he going to switch to the inside? Yep, breaks late into Vale and gets the move on Jack. Jack does pull slightly out. Pretty hectic start in a way, but also very clean as Fraggle is on the back of Jay for the lead, and then there's a pretty large gap and an increasing gap to AMS in 3rd, who is under pressure from Aaron F1. Abion's had a very good start, also 5th in the Williams. Jack was moving under braking, but no harm was done in the end. Aaron was closing in on AMS, something did happen. He's still there, but we'll go on board with Fraggle as he's got a really good run on Jay here. Coming up through Woodcut, coming up to Cops. Will he set it down the inside? I don't think he will. He's looking like he will. He will. No, he won't. He backs out. Fraggle is low on fuel as Connor has returned. Have you got a spare invite?
I'll try. I don't think so. So I'll see if I can phone for them.
I'll send you one if needs be. But yeah, Fraggle's a bit too far away now. He's got DRS. He is gaining. He's massively gaining. He's going to pull to the inside. No, Jay defends the inside, but Fraggle around the outside just before Stowe. And Fraggle's taken the lead of the British Grand Prix. Will Jay come back at him? No, he won't. So Fraggle is now leading this race. There's Warren Haig's left.
On cue.
Oh, I can't invite you.
I'm joining.
Alright, that's fine. Anyone else quite close on track? Aaron's keeping a sustainable gap to AMS. Abiodun is struggling, but he is obviously in that bus of a Williams. Jack Tyler and Bugatti almost ended in disaster a couple of laps ago. Might still end up in disaster. Aaron's closed on AMS. He's pulling to the outside. This is for P3. No AMS. Very good line. Well, Aaron, he's looking for a switchback now around the outside of left field. But no AMS superior on the traction. But now going for Wooker. Aaron's got the toe. It's Ferrari on Ferrari engineer. He's going to pull to the outside of Cops. I don't think he'll go for it. No, he just back out. He's going to look for the run again. As they are partially side by side, I think Aaron will back out again. And AMS does just about keep the position. But now Aaron's got DRS again down the hanger straight. This should be easy for him. AMS is going to defend the inside line. Aaron pulls to the outside of Stowe. AMS with some solid defending. Aaron again with another switchback-esque move. But yeah, AMS has kept the position.
Yeah, great defense so far from AMS. I've been watching it on the stream, but you know, Fennel Paul showing all that throw, but Aaron will get him eventually. That's for sure.
Yeah, AMS, especially last night, was a pain to overtake, as a few people do know.
But Abbey are done though. P5 and Williams are very impressive. But I think the F1 drivers, the F2 drivers, are just showing what they can do. Whatever the car, they just get the job done. But yeah, Mr. Grumpy not so impressive like what happened early on in the chat, venting frustration.
And there's a long train actually from AMS to Ashbest. As Aaron again around the outside, he's a look for it again. You try it around that side of left field again. AMS covering it off nicely.
He is indeed, but Aaron will have the exit through Woodcut on the run down to Cops Corner. But I don't, Aaron knows that he's a wily old fox, is Aaron, and he will not try anything stupid, especially against driver AMS. They've got a bit of, you know, bad blood, but you know, that is just experience.
There we go.
Yeah, naivety for AMS. That's why Aaron is a multiple race winner, a champion, and AMS is basically, you know, stuck in FP. That's all AMS is capable of. Aaron mugged him off beautifully there. Well done, Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron putting him under pressure, and AMS bottled under the pressure, and Aaron's now third.
And AMS only has 5% of the airs,
Oh,
compared to Aaron
Abby.
50%.
Abby down the inside of AMS, slight contact. As now going side by side, coming up to Vale. Will Abby try and stick it around the outside? He will. He's now got the inside for Club. But AMS superior traction on the outside of the corner, but Abby's going to look for it again. He won't go down the inside of turn one, surely. Yes, no, he won't. But yeah, AMS is struggling.
Yeah, AMS showing why his racecraft is consistently very weak. You know, very naive defending against Aaron, and once again against Abiodun, you know, getting scared out the way nearly at turn one. AMS just struggling. This Sauber is a fantastic car. You know, I was writing this before, and you know, it's a very strong package, and AMS just cannot get it together. The pressure of Abiodun is just too much.
The pressure of anyone at the moment is too much for him, I think. As
Indeed,
he's got
even
AMK
is
behind.
close again. Even Flying Throme, even Freddie Wilson AMS with this massive train struggling to defend his title this season.
Oh, Ashbest, he's the closest out of this pack. He's on the back of Freddie Wilson, and he's backing off though. As he's just on the back of this pack, we'll go back on board with AMS though.
Yeah, AMS a lot more confident through Maggots and Maggots than Aaron, but he does run wide on the exit, which will give Abiodun a chance. But no, it doesn't really actually, because AMS sometimes maintains the lead. So that's a little bit of desync there on the spectator cam.
Yeah, on my screen he also went on the grass at Chapel. His throne got close to AMK. He's actually really close to AMK. Will he pull to the inside, maybe a Vale? Yes, he will. Brakes late. He's going to leave AMK the room, and AMK he's able to dive it down the inside, but throw with the traction. That is an excellent overtake, and he has got himself up to P6.
Yeah, we'll move from Frome, but Frome is in a car which is 6 tenths faster, so let's be honest, it's nothing special. Good job, Frome, but he should be miles ahead.
Freddie Wilson now will have a go at AMK, and he's going to go down the inside.
Aaron has dropped a bit of pace through turn one, doesn't really have the confidence in the high speed corners as Aaron. Low speed's alright, but high speed he is struggling, and AMS is close to gap to Aaron as well. But AMS is so this wasn't really.
AMK's just lost 3 positions in about 3 corners, which is kind of unfortunate for him.
Well, I think that's what we see every Monday, to be honest, losing on a lap basis. So yeah, Aaron with a bit of a train going on, but you know, great action from third down.
I mean, yeah, this train could even get longer and longer. Aaron can't seem to get that gap between himself and AMS up and above a second. Even though AMS is under pressure from Abbey O'Don.
Yeah, Abby's driving beautifully so far. He's been struggling in the F1 league, but in FP he's been very impressive. And tonight, very impressive so far. But yeah, good stuff. But Flying Throne was actually very close as well. But yeah, like I say, Flying Throne is a much faster car than all these drivers, so he needs to be getting a move on.
Yeah, he is gaining though. But down the straight, Abbey is superior to anyone there. So we'll be through the corners where Throne will have to get Abbey, I do believe. Dano and Jack Tyler, as they go side by side, and Dano's got Jack on the outside of Stowe.
Yeah, nice move. Did run either Jack Tyler decides to pit a little bit early, but I think you can get to the end on mediums.
And K pit also.
So, yeah, look at that. Fraggle Paul, miles clear. Very impressive. And Jay as well. Shout out to Shay, capitalising on his performance in the qualifying. Yeah, and Game Freaker, how is Fraggle P1? He's in a Ferrari Game Freaker, that's why. I
don't think he'll be in a Ferrari for Austria, to say the least.
His photos, Aaron has sort of extended the gap to AMS at 9th second, now a second. So yeah, Aaron at the beginning debate the DRS, but Abbey does look a little bit faster than AMS, which is a surprise considering the Saab's pace and performance, but perhaps it's just struggling with the tyres.
Yeah, AMK already pit for hards. The blue compound tyre, he's also in the Sauber and he struggled with his tyres, so perhaps AMS is currently struggling with his tyres too.
Yeah, perhaps AMK definitely one of the worst on tyres that I've come across. This flying from taking a lot of speed, a lot of aggression through Maggots and Maggots. So, you know, the Renault's got a lot more downforce than this Williams. I think can be jobbed on this straight for him.
Yeah, Abbey's got the superior straight line speed, he's got the slight toe of AMS, so I don't think it's going to be easy for Throne, as Abbey's actually pulling the way on the straight. But Throne round the outside of Stowe, he's going to look for a little bit of a cutback. So pull to the inside again, AMS pits, Throne down the inside. This is where he should be able to get Abbey quite comfortably on traction, but he's not, and Abbey's able to keep the position for now.
Yeah, good defending as AMS pits for a set of medium tyres surely, as Aaron starts to pull the gap on these two, so yeah, Aaron benefiting. And obviously the undercut isn't actually that powerful around here due to the harder tyres, and they're very difficult to warp, so the overcut can be quite effective. So yeah, Aaron won't be too bothered about AMS pitting just yet.
No, maybe one or two, or maybe 2 laps time. He might want to start getting worried, but for now I think he'll just put his mindset to trying to extend that gap to Abbey.
Couldn't agree more. So yeah, Flying Frame can I get close enough to Abiodun, while Ashbest is still behind Freddie Wilson, who's just lurking in the shadows just behind the Flying Frame, who's nearly pushing Abiodun through the
yeah, I think Frome will get in this lap now. He'll wait patiently, he's got the experience just to wait patiently until the hangar straight, where he'll comfortably get the move, I think.
He will indeed. You can see the downforce levels that the Renault has, just how easier it is to drive from into Abbey's. It's very aggressive, but the car just isn't there. But look, the Renault so much faster, so much better, because it doesn't have the straight line speed, so can Flying Frame finally make the move on Abbey and Leon.
Yeah, we're fairly comfortably around the outside. Will Abbey try and keep it there? No, he does give up. He knows Throne's quicker than him. And he's conceded the position as J Pitts. Throne will also. And Abiodun and Freddie Wilson. Oh, what? He's hit Abbey and killed him.
Oh,
he just literally went in the pits at 200 miles an hour and killed Abbey.
Yeah, well, I did question Freddie Wilson's racecraft before the race, and I'm afraid it's once again despicable. Despicable, wasn't it, Leon?
Yeah, he's completely killed Abbey. Abbey's car is... Wow.
Did we get it on stream?
I did, yeah.
Good, I need to watch it.
Abbey's car, like, disintegrated, literally.
Oh, that is disgusting. Now, what is that? I think. Disgraceful. But anyway, let's just focus on the race. So how have all the pit stops played out?
Aaron has stayed out, so he's in trouble. AMS and Throne.
Yeah, they look a bit close, but obviously AMS has got the lap fresher, hotter tyres, so we'll be able to pull away AMK on those hards. Struggling. Not surprised.
And yeah, that's kind of caught me by surprise. What's just happened there? I'm kind of waiting to see what Abbey puts in the FP chat, because that may dictate what actually happened.
Yeah, but a very amateur mistake there from Freddie. I want to see a race ban disqualification as Fraggle Paul decides to pick for the lead of the Grand Prix. What will Aaron do? Will Aaron respond?
I think
He
he'll
does.
pit.
A great stint. Yeah, a great stint there from the 3-time F1 champion, the 2-time British Grand Prix winner. But Fraggle Paul looks in the league zone here at Silverstone.
Yeah, I think Aaron will come out. Wait, who was just behind him? I can't even remember.
Yeah, okay.
I think it was AMS.
AMS and City.
Oh, speaking of AMS, yeah, it should easily
AMS
make the
down the
move.
inside and Stoke. Job done. See you later, mate. Out of the way, but can throw and pick up the pieces on City. No, he cannot.
Sutty pits, so it kind of leads Frome into AMS, so AMS is going to be in trouble again from Frome.
So Mr. Grumpy goes through turn 1. There's Jay. Where is Aaron going to feed out in relation to AMS? So here is Aaron. Aaron out the pits. Where's AMS? There's AMS.
Oh,
there's Aaron.
they're side by side.
Aaron.
Aaron has done that just perfectly. But AMS down the inside, Aaron looking for a switchback. He's on very cold mediums, so this is where AMS needs to. He's past him and he's got DRS. So yeah, Aaron is kind of in trouble now. Cold mediums, and he's got Frome just behind.
Yeah, one lap too many for Aaron there, but Aaron has got the faster package and he's got the ability, the speed, but he just needs to get the tyres up to 7 and not lose a position to Frome. It will be detrimental to his race if Flying Frome overtakes him. He needs to get these tyres up to temperature very fast and stay within DRS range of AMS.
Nothing's been said in the FP chat, so yeah, we'll see what will happen after the race, obviously. But Fraggle is on the back of Juho Finn. There's yellow flag is set to 2.
It's Jack Tyler. He's
Wow,
off.
shock.
He looks
That's
to
a
be
shock.
out. It is indeed, as Aaron's got DRS, but Flying Frome not close enough either. Fraggle Paul, Duo Finn. No, not close enough as well.
As Jettile's now plummeting positions as Mr. Grumpy pits.
Lickle's off.
Lickle's
off
off?
at Cops.
I can't find him. Oh, he is. He's backwards. And so is Jack Tyler. Or Jack Tyler's in the wall somewhere. I wonder if they've collided.
Grumpy pits as Aaron begins to close in on AMS using DRS off. I think this is going to be the battle. Aaron versus AMS part 3. We saw part 1 in Spain, part 2 in Stint 1, and now part 3 as there's more yellow flags.
Yeah, I think that's just Lickle still. Yeah, part 3, I think this will be for the podium. Frome also joining in. Ash Best may also as Fraggle. I didn't catch that, but yeah.
Lickle's out, but Aaron on AMS.
Pulls to the outside. Yeah, AMS is going to be able to defend that for now.
Yeah, for now, but Aaron got him last time and he's going to get him again. It's just a matter of time, and there's yellows in all sectors.
Yeah, so
it's all going on. Yellow flags galore, but no safety car. Aaron using his ERS. Can he get the move on AMS into Cop's corner? Uses the overtake. AMS goes defensive. Aaron on the outside.
Doesn't get it. He needs to watch out for Frome. Frome actually may be able to get them both here. If they keep squabbling that much, Frome is in a really good position. Lickle's left and he's a host. That's not the greatest thing in the world. AMS has got a really good run though. And now can Frome get Aaron? I don't think so. What about Aaron on AMS? Is he going to pull to the inside of Star? He is. But AMS, with a superior traction on the outside, is able to keep the position.
Yeah, far superior. Oh, and Aaron breaks too late into that corner there. So yeah, Aaron, but he's got the traction and it's fine for him. It's not, he's a wily old boxing for him, so no harm done. It's gonna be a great battle.
Tom AJ and Dano, also, they're battling for currently P2. As Tom AJ is gonna pull to the inside, and easily gets the move. But back on board with Aaron now. As he's still trying to get AMS, as that's Ash Best and AMK catching up. So he needs to get this move done quickly. He pulls to the inside, AMS tries to defend it. I'm surprised Aaron didn't actually try and keep it down the inside. He backed off at the last minute.
Yeah, that's right. AMS had moved quite late, so it would have been very risky and probably a bit naive from Aaron if he actually went down the inside due to how aggressive AMS was on the apex. So it's wise from Aaron, I think.
This is the only thing really happening on track at the moment, except for Jack Tyler dropping positions, but that is nothing new in this season.
No, it's not. It's Aaron's race. He's struggling a lot in that middle. Since as AMS goes wide yet again, Aaron with the DRS open, then surely will be looking to make a move into so corner yet again. But AMS probably will be able to defend it, Leon.
Yeah, as he's already covering the inside, Aaron just not able to get past the throne. Where's he gone?
He rammed into the back of him and he speared into Aaron's rear, but luckily Flying Throne had enough reactions, despite his very old age, to avoid him.
There's now Ashbest and Aim Kale on the back of him, so quite a rookie error from Throne there, very rookie error.
Yeah, very, but luckily he didn't hit him and do himself damage. I don't think he did anyway, he might have, but I don't think
no, he hasn't. He has no wing damage.
Lovely, lovely.
I think Aaron's definitely going to get this move done now. He's a lot closer to AMS and he hasn't got the pressure of throwing him behind. Will AMS even cover the inside line? Yes, he will. Aaron will pull to the outside. Ooh. I don't know if that was just what I saw then, but that looks slightly dangerous from AMS. But yeah, Aaron's got the move.
Yeah, that's vintage Aaron. That is vintage Aaron there. Easily done. But AMS is using his they want to get past the 3-time F1 champion. Aaron goes defensive into Cops, but AMS tries to go round the outside. Surely not. No, Aaron has the high ground and maintains P7. Well, what a battle between these two great drivers. You know, putting a great show like in Spain. It's personal.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't end like Spain ended. That's the one thing we can say, but I think AMS is going to get Aaron again down the straight. Aaron seems to be struggling through the Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel complex, and AMS now have to pull around the outside. Aaron's going to have to try and defend this, but yeah, AMS thinks got back past. But no, they are still side by side. But AMS has got the inside line. What will Aaron do? AMS breaks late. Aaron's going to look for the cutback. That's an excellent cutback.
That's amazing.
That is excellent. That was brilliant.
That's how you race, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron just knew what he was doing. He just pulled him apart to get through again. But Aaron's just struggling in the high-speed corners towards AMS. But AMS did cut the corner there, cheating to make a move.
Watch out for throw. AMS back down the inside of Aaron. As these two are still going side by side. Oh, slight contact. As AMS is going to have to go for it, getting around the outside. I'm going to go on board with Frome because he's got the best angle of this. Oh, they're pushing each other off. Frome, will he get the double overtake done? No. It's like contact between himself and Aaron's kept the position. AMS is now falling down a bit.
Ooh. Ashbest is involved as well. Falling in bed.
Oh, Frome around outside of Aaron through Cops. Ashbest. Oh! He's got them both as Frome's off and he's in a spin!
Oh Ashbest, naivety, 3 into 1. Cop's corner is just not on. Very risky from Ashbest there, but...
You did get a double overtake.
Yeah, well, he did contact with Frome as AMS picks up a stop-go penalty for corner cutting. I think that's a bit BS as Ashbest looks to try and make a move on Aaron into Stowe, but not get close enough.
Yeah, Aaron's now under pressure from Ash. He's been under pressure from AMS, Frome, and now Ashbest. But I think Ashbest is still struggling. Aaron might get away.
But yeah, what a battle though. Aaron using all that experience just to get ahead, escape the corner. But AMS flying from caught up in the mess. So, yeah.
I wonder what must have been going through his head. Aaron, when he looked behind us, saw like three abreast through Cops.
He'd have been licking his lips, I'm sure, but yeah, Shitex gets through Juho Finn, so Juho Finn down to P6 on set of hard. Ashbest won't have the straight line speed, but AMS surely will be fuming, losing those positions like he did. Embarrassed by the 3-time champion in that ass.
I think he'll get Ashbest pretty easily. As they are lapping Jack Tyler, that is no surprise again. But yeah, Dano's on the back of Tom AJ, so we'll keep an eye on that. But Ashbest is keeping it quite close to Aaron, as Aaron is really struggling, as you said, through them fast corners, and Ashbest is really getting a lot of time again. Can Ashbest get
if he points out, could Aaron come back to F1? If Aaron wants to come back, the door is always open, that is for sure.
Just Tej on his own for commentary.
JPTV's a free agent, so perhaps that could be something we could get lined up. But yeah, Aaron's struggling in the high-speed corner. So as Ashbest tries to go around the other side of Aaron. Aaron blocks the inside line, but yeah, Ashbest just will look to set him up. The next couple of corners on the run down to Abbey.
Yeah, this is actually the battle for third place, I believe, isn't it? As Freddie Wilson retires, I don't know what's happened to him, but...
Yeah, but if I made the mistake he did, I'd be retiring. So, good decision.
Ashbest really track around the outside. No, Aaron defends the inside. Ashbest, one-time PSGL F1 champion versus a three-time PSGL F1 champion. So, two champions in their own rights going at it with both Saubers in behind, lurking.
Yeah, MK's doing a good job on those tyres actually. I think at the end of the race they've definitely come to him a bit more. With this tyre temp issues, it's definitely been a good choice, I think. You know, he stayed out of the action and towards the end of the race he'll be in a strong position.
Yeah, this is the battle for P3 because Fraggle is leading by 6.5 seconds. And this is a battle for P3, so yeah, my prediction is kind of... could actually be on. AMK on the hards.
Makes one and only pit stop from the lead of the race for a set of softs. Surely Juho will be looking to pit for a set of softs this lap as well. No, stays out again.
Ashbest, will he go for it? I think he's slightly too far back. Yep, that straight line speed deficit as Mr. Grumpy retires from P12 on the grid.
Disaster for Mr. Grumpy, but that's part and parcel of league racing. He's had a torrid time in FP this season, perhaps he's nearing retirement. The old veteran, the old fox, Mr. Grumpy, out of the British Grand Prix. Disaster for his fans.
Oh, MS! Wow! That was unexpected, but he didn't get the move. Ashbest was able to nicely defend the position. Casper, FP is Formula Performance, so every single car is on real. The grid is unrealistic.
It is indeed. But look at this, like Aaron, Ashbest, AMS and AMK. Surely Flying Throne will be closing in very quickly as well. So a lot to play for in these final laps, and corner penalties will be very crucial, as always.
Yeah, may I just point out, Bugatti's only around about 5 seconds off this battle. And he's on a fresh set of softs.
I think he's done amazing as regards to it. He's definitely going to be one to watch
Oh,
in the closing
Ashbest,
stages.
3 second time penalty. It's not what he needs as AMS then, look like he's going to go down the inside of Beckett's.
AMS is a feisty driver at the minute. He's looking to get past Ashbest, and AMS in a bit desync. So very close there. Aaron gets DRS off someone. Why's he got DRS?
I think it was his lap
AMS!
car.
AMS!
Oh, slight contact. Because they're still going side by side. Look for AMK. Oh, AMK.
wow.
Oh, AMK. Oh,
Stunning.
he's pushed AMS off.
Oh, it would have been
Ashbest is now
stunning.
back down the inside them both. Okay, so they've just swapped around positions for that straight.
Bit of a shame. AMK would have put off the move. Or, you know, one of the moves, our best moves I've seen is AMS struggling with a bit of oversteer, but you know, very opportunistic from AMK there, but just nearly got the move done. It would have been stunning from the Northern Irishman.
What this has done is it's given Aaron quite a comfortable gap to Ash. So if he's now out of the DRS, so maybe he can pull away. His Ashbest, I think he's struggling with tyre temps. He lost the back end there, but we don't know.
When isn't he struggling with tyre temps? 8 laps in on set of mediums, but yeah, Bugatti closing in on flying throne. So yeah, Bugatti versus Ash AMS MK will be one to watch in the closing stages, and we know Bugatti isn't one to shy away from an overtake.
Yeah, as he's actually closing in on Throne. Will he go for it? Through Magnus Beckers
no.
and Chapel? No, 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 no. That was very close. Throne picks up a pen. AMS also did. Bugatti's now lost a bit of time, so, and he's in the Toro Rosso, so quite a lack of power. Oh wow, okay, he just sends it down the inside at Stowe, but doesn't get the move.
Yeah, I think if Throne used his head, he'd probably just let Bugatti go and pull him along, because you don't lose time battling when these guys are just ahead.
Also battling.
Exactly. but he needs to be wise, you know. You can't win the battle, we can win the war, but Bugatti through Abbey.
He's got the move.
Stunning. No fear. This boy has no fear. And what a move. You know, he's got the balls. I wouldn't have the balls to do that, but Bugatti, you know, he just goes for moves. Doesn't think about it. It comes off sometimes. Obviously, other times, you know, it doesn't work out, but fair play.
AMK on AMS. AMS is struggling.
Yeah, so, yeah, AMS defending. I don't know, AMS seems a bit more aggressive in these last 10 laps to me, don't know.
He seems more aggressive in these past 2 days.
Yeah, I know. I did compare him to Valtteri Bottas, that type of driver in the past, but, you know, fair play to the guy. You know, you've got to get your elbows out in this modern era of league racing as Warren Hay cars gets lapped again. That's Warren Hay's time in FP needs to come to an end to these connection issues. But actually, that's on the era and it looks very close as well.
Yeah, can Ash go for it? I don't know about the penalty situation. I know Ash has definitely got one. I don't know about Aaron. Oh, Ash Best almost did what he did in ROC plenty of time ago and hit me into Stowe and then lost the race. He almost did that again with Aaron.
Oh, AMS has gone wide. Up the up and under from AMK, taps the back of him, and AMS surely will have the corner, and he does indeed. So AMK, but Bugatti closing in as well. He runs very wide at the final point, very strange. There's don't any desync to the Abbey. No desync, that's what you want to see. Good, clean racing between the two Saubers.
As AMK will send it on the inside. Yes, he does slightly, but yeah, he's not as aggressive as AMS.
And
or
Bugatti
Bugatti.
joined the fun. Bugatti will probably be going for both of them into the next corner.
We'll see what's going to happen. AK pulls to the outside. I think Bugatti's just going to watch this one out, though. There he is, as these two still go side by side. He's found a gap where AMS has run wide. And he's slotted himself in. And will he get the move, though? He's going to be down on power. I'm going to go with Frome, as he's got a really good angle of this. They're going to go side by side for a Stowe. Oh! No fear from Bugatti, and he's got the move.
That's what you got to do. Get these slow drivers out of the way. Bugatti's got the pace. He's got the ability. And, you know, next up for him is AMK in P5. But Ash President looks to have escaped the cesspit, which has been AMS.
Frome's got a pretty good run on Bugatti again as they go side by side. And Frome's actually got the move. But Bugatti's back down the inside again. You can't leave the door open at all when you're around Bugatti.
This battle will certainly go down to the final laps. I don't know why he's taking that sort of line. He's just compromising his own self.
Yeah,
very naive.
No!
Oh!
That was very close.
It was indeed, as AMS is going to get him up the inside into the loop. And yeah, very aggressive for AMS yet again. So yeah, elbows out for Kerr. As Bugatti will have DRS, but AMS has DRS as well. As Froome looks like they've escaped with AMK.
Yeah. Ashbest still trying to pass Aaron. Aaron seems to be doing quite well to hold on to that P3. AMK is 3 seconds behind and has got quite a comfortable gap to Frome. So if penalties go in AMK's favour, then my prediction could be perfect.
It could be indeed, as AMS very slow through cops. Bugatti miles faster, using the airs a little bit. Decent bounce. AMS covers the inside line. Surely not.
If that was anyone else, I think Decent would have kicked in there.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't. I think the connection's been quite good in this lobby. I think a lot of close moments, but I think too. That's Ashbest. Ashbest has got through in.
Oh, I'm quite annoyed I didn't catch that. Will Aaron go back down the inside? I don't think he will, no. Quite annoyed I didn't catch that. Ashbest does run slightly wide. Aaron will get the better exit out of club, but no, Ashbest has been able to seal the P3.
Yeah, a great move from Ashbest. Goes through the entire through Stowe corner. So yeah, Ashbest he's had a good second stint to be fair to him. He struggled in that first stint, but second stint very strong. And a good performance so far by the McLaren driver. But of course, he is miles behind the second McLaren. But still, a podium he'd be delighted with.
Yeah, as AMK is starting to gain again. Bugatti and AMS are still battling. This will be the battle for P. This is the battle for P7. There's Aaron. Oh, I didn't catch it again. He's repassed Ash. God's sake.
So yeah, Aaron back through on Ash Best with AMK just lurking in the wings. Obviously, corner penalties wall player by Aaron didn't get a penalty at all in all 11 races of season 21 in F2. So it's unlikely he's going to be picking up many penalties today.
He didn't get it. What, he didn't get a single penalty?
No.
Fair play.
I don't think I've had one this season F1 to be fair. So.
I had one yesterday.
Yeah, Ash Best. Shake my head. So yeah, Ash Best with a decent run, and this camera work is dreadful, says QPR Beast. Get it sorted. Ash Best looking to make a move on the inside, but cannot do it. Flying throw and AMK goes side by side through Stowe Leon.
Yeah, Frome's looks got the move pretty comfortably there with AMK sending it back down the inside. No, he hasn't got the aggression of the two drivers behind and concedes the position, but these two are still gaining on the battle for the podium, so we could see possibly a four-way battle towards the end.
Did you get that? Did you get on stream?
Partly.
Well, it's an improvement, so Akbar versus Aaron into the final 3 laps of this British Grand Prix as Juho Finn sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. What a lap from the Finn, the flying Finn, cutting you P11, searching for a championship point. That's unlikely this evening.
The one time I actually on board with Ash Best and Aaron, nothing happens.
Well, that's the key, being on board with people when things do happen. So yeah, AMK behind flying frame with Abu Garcia holding off AMS. So things have settled down, but I think Ashpress certainly be looking to make a move in these final couple of laps.
Yeah, if Aaron has no penalties, which is possibly true, which is probably true. I know Ashpress has definitely got one, so Ash could be in trouble on penalties and may drop down to maybe even a few more positions.
Yeah, Aaron and Shay don't have one warning, so.
Well then. As Tom Ajay picks up a pen.
Tom Ajay. So, Ashbest nearly rams the back of Aaron's rear end there. Not something many people would want to do. Ashbest certainly one of them into Stowe Corner. So, into the final 2 laps of this British Grand Prix. Fragglepool looks set to win, but the battle for the podium looks on with Frome now in the range of Ashbest.
I don't know about penalties with Frome, but meaning that Ashbest has got one. If Frome hasn't, and Frome is got a chance.
So Frome always gets penalties. Yeah, he's got 2.
Oh well, so yeah, Aaron's basically guaranteed a podium at this rate.
Yeah, AMK's got 2. Two parties, but yeah, AMS could be. Well, AMS has got some as well. Fucking hell. So yeah. I'm not calculating to know it's going to be an interesting end, but Aaron looks set for the podium, but 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and that could all mix up with penalties. Indeed. So yeah, things have certainly died down. It was a great race on the whole. Dano only 4 tenths behind Tom, but can't get close enough. So yeah, things have certainly settled down, unfortunately, in these final 4 laps.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought this race would be quite dull, but it's actually been non-stop action, especially towards this like podium to midfield. It's been non-stop. So I'd say the race as a whole hasn't actually been too bad.
No, it's been pretty entertaining. Lots of midfield action involving Aaron. AMS certainly has been very aggressive in the wars, some would say. So yeah, it's what you want to see on a Tuesday night. But obviously it's not the same without Mr. Tuesday night, as Ashbest closes in just 3 tenths of a second behind Aaron as we head on to the final lap.
Yeah, I want to keep an eye on Fraggle as well, as he started the final lap and is on course for his first win of the season.
Yep.
But keeping on the battle for, well, it isn't technically the battle for the podium because we already know Aaron's got it, but
we'll get excited anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, Aaron with a good exit there. Ashbest and Flying Frame also in the mix. Flying Frame with 47%, the 66 for Ashbest and 66 to 63 for Aaron. So the very similar between the top 2, Aaron and Ashbest, but Flying Frame with the fastest car out of these 3.
Yeah, but only half a lap to go. He won't even get. I don't think he'll even get Ashbest at this rate.
We'll see. Hopefully that's a prediction, not a spoiler, as Fraggle Pole is heading into Stowe Corner and looks set to win this British Grand Prix, but Flying Frame is closing right in on Ashbest as well.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on Fraggle. I don't care about the battle. Actually, yeah, I do slightly, but they are coming through. Oh, I'm going to go with Fraggle as he comes through the final corner now. He will take his first win of the season, and he wins in Britain in front of, I believe, it's his home crowd. He's probably one of the British people here, so fans are cheering for him as Jay Chitex comes home in second, and I believe Aaron will take third. I believe Ash will take fourth, and Throne will be fifth. So as they come across the line, Aaron will take third, Ash Best fourth, Throne fifth, MK sixth, Bugatti sixth. Oh, AMS and no, not AMS. Tom, AJ, and Dano came across the line side by side. But oh, Duo gets his points.
Well deserved. Well done to Duo Finn. I'm feeling AMS penalty will be removed, so it probably will be P10 for Duo Finn, but you know, a good drive. A good day's work for the Flying Finn with Dano P11, the bomb out the top 10 with a lot of other drivers. What Mr. Grumpy, Jack Tyler? We used to see the names right at the bottom in FP, I'm afraid, this season.
Yeah, especially Jack Tyler. What a poor job.
Exactly, Jack Tyler struggling, mentally broken by Little Box and Mr. P. But here we go, in front of the British crowd, Prince Charles here to award the trophies with Manuel Pellegrini, who will also be at the F1 race. So, yeah, a great win there for Fraggle Pal.
I don't want to point out, but Fraggle's character looks like he's about 14.
He certainly does. So there we have it. Leon Fraggle Paul taking the win, only 3 seconds ahead of Jay. So I think Jay does get my driver today. Outstanding pacing performance. Here in the third, Ash Best Throne, Bugatti, MK, Tom AJ, Drew Finn and AMS went out the top 10 with Dano, the bomb, succeed. The finishes with Jack, Haig, Grumpy, Freddie Wilson, the disgraceful performance, Lickle and Abiodun. Not an interesting stuff with no Joel. Lickle and Abiodun fail to close the gap.
Yeah. Well, Lickle also binned it. Joe wasn't here. Abiodun retired. So yeah, the championship may be a little bit closer. Ash Best, he wasn't far off, I don't think, and he's got a couple handful of points, so he could be up there. Bugatti, for me, could be a driver of the day. Either between himself or Jay will be my driver of the day.
Yeah. I'll suggest him.
Thank you.
Was it Fraggle, Aaron and Jay? You just want them through?
Yeah, unless you want to invite anyone else.
Don't know who else is there. Well, that'll do.
Maybe Bugatti?
Yeah, if you want. I'll suggest them. Bugatti.
Sorry for the blue screen, everyone. Tell me what you suggested, Bugatti. Oh, you have? Never mind. We'll wait for him to join.
Yeah, so Crowley on a man who does indeed maintain his championship lead. Currently at Old Trafford, watching Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's men take on the French Charles Paris Saint-Germain. So yeah, Fraggle Paul Leon, this was left.
Yeah, so I guess we're not going to interview him as he's decided to leave.
No, he's back.
It's not told me he's back. Yeah, I can't hear him, and it says he hasn't joined the party for me. There we go. It says he's joined the party. I don't know if I can hear him, but no, he's left. There we go.
No, there we go.
It says you're not in the party for me, but okay. Okay, my PS4's glitching out. Is Jay going to be joining, or?
Oh, just get on with it.
All right then.
Fraggle Paul.
Yeah, we'll start with Fraggle since he won. Congratulations on your first win of the season. My first question for you is: did you think going into this race? Obviously, you were in the Ferrari. Did you think you were going to win?
Not at all. I knew some people's times, but I thought I was battling frame for like P3 or something. But the comeback here in Victory Row is quite amazing.
My other question is: what car do you think you'll be putting for next week? Obviously, I don't think you'll be putting the Ferrari again after you've displayed this excellent performance today.
Probably a Renault, if I'm asked that question. Around that area.
Okay. Connie, you got any questions for him?
No, well done, Fraggle. Moving on to Aaron. Aaron, you know, it was an outstanding performance. It was a lesson, you know, like a university professor teaching his students how to race to the highest of levels. You know, how did you enjoy those battles, especially with AMS? It looked very personal, I thought, out there, very aggressive from him especially.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't prepared to give up that position easily. I think it would have done his race a whole lot of good if he'd just let me go earlier. I mean, I was comfortable in third, I think, and nobody was going to get premium if they did. I was getting straight back past them. But it was a good battle with AMS. Both left each other enough room. I think we started a little battle in qualifying as well. I don't know if you guys caught that, but
We did.
yeah, we really enjoyed the battling out there, and you know, full marks to him on bringing home a point, and I'm happy with the podium.
Yep, Leon.
I have no questions.
Please.
Lovely. Well, Aaron, I'll have another one. Aaron, obviously, you know, the two Williams drivers, Little Abiodun, failed to score, and Jolyon Manu maintained his championship lead. But Aaron, you've closed in on Jolyon Manu. Is the FP title something you want to add to your big trophy cabinet?
Well, it'll always be nice, but when you've won 3 PSGL F1 titles, I think, you know, that's more than enough. And I'm happy with what I've got, and I'm happy to be out there racing. Really enjoyed the battle with Ash Best in particular towards the end. He thought he could overtake me off the grass, and I showed him how it's done next corner.
Lovely, jubbly. So, Bugatti, Leon.
Yeah. Started, I think it was outside the top 10, 14, something like that. My first question is about what happened in qualifying between yourself and Lickle Blocks.
Well, we come out the pit, and there was a whole mess in the pit, like cars stopping and letting each other out. So we come out next to each other, and you know, we were like side by side, and we're side by side coming into the, you know, the left-hander before the straight.
Yeah.
And the white arrow goes, like, it was red and then it went white, so I come across, and then I veer off into the wall, lose my front wing, and he carries on. And then he's like, oh, I got 5-second penalty, grid penalty! And then I said, oh, don't report me. And he said he is going to report me, so.
Yeah.
Oh, shame.
Thanks. Okay, get on with your race. You know, talk about your race and how the battles. It looked like you were very aggressive. You know, just chucking it down the inside willy-nilly. You know, do you think about these moves, or you just go for it? Like, don't you care what's going to happen?
No, not really. I don't know, just sort of go for it, and if I crash, I crash, to be honest. But obviously, I'm not going to take someone out on purpose, but I mean, if the move's on... No, listen, that was a coordinated incident, okay? And, like, into Magnussen Beckett, I think it was with AMS, he just had to get out of the way. So I was on the first set of softs, and he was on mediums or whatever. And he just had to get out of the way, so I think I ended up doing him into
race you will to will.
Well, that's good. Hopefully we'll see some Bugatti versus Aaron battles in the next few races.
Yeah, yeah, bring it on. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, I think that's good for the questions.
Yeah, I think that'll be it. Jack Tyler, yet another battle. Decided to abuse him for this stream. But anyway, from FP, that's been it from myself and Connor. Next week will be... is it Austria?
It is.
Yeah. One of the shortest tracks around the calendar, so hopefully that'll be a good track. And from myself and Connor, we will see you then.